What is abstract expressionism? Abstract expressionism continues to be a modern art movement. Many abstract expressionism paintings continue to sell for a record number of dollars. Abstract expressionism is a term applied to the art developed by American painters in the 1940s and 50s. It is associated with the New York School art movement, which signified a change in the world's art center from Paris, France, to New York City. Gestural brushstrokes characterize the abstract expressionism art movement, markings, and the overall impression of spontaneity in the artwork. The abstract expressionism art movement. The abstract expressionism art movement is an art movement that was developed by American painters in the 1940s and 50s. It is characterized by abstract works of art that include gestural brushstrokes, mark-making, and overall impressions of spontaneity. Abstract expressionism was a real breakthrough in art during its time. It was an art movement that took place in post-World War II America. It was also an art movement that put New York City on the map as the world's art center. New York School movement. The abstract expressionism painters are associated with the New York School of Art. The New York School was an informal group of American poets, painters, and musicians active in New York City in the 1950s and 60s. They received inspiration from Surrealism and the contemporary avant-garde art movement. But the artist Robert Motherwell coined the New York School to describe this group of abstract expressionism artists working in New York, and specifically Manhattan, after the Second World War. The term New York School also reflected the notion of an artistic shift in the world after World War II. New York had taken over from Paris as the world center for modern art innovation. The change in art brought these loosely formed groups of abstract modern artists together in the New York School. The New York School was not a specific academy or school, but referred to the change or the shift in the location of art and the abstract expressionism art movement. The abstract expressionism artists in the New York School would use gestural brushwork, action painting, and flattened abstract forms. Some artists continue to use figures in their artwork, but many others moved away from any art that could be recognized as having a specific subject matter. The New York School was a very loosely founded organization, more a loose band of artists who believed that art was not just about the subject matter as much as the event of painting the artwork. Abstract expressionism characteristics explained. The abstract expressionism art movement of the New York School had two significant categories, or what would be known more as types of painting. The two types were the action painters and the color field painters. Action painting. As the name implies, action painting is when the artist almost attacks the canvas with expressive brushstrokes or other means of painting. The artists would work spontaneously on the canvas, most of the time using large brushes or making sweeping gestural marks on the canvas itself. Jackson Pollock and Willem de Kooning were two leaders in this movement that used the action painting technique. Color field painting. The second group or technique was called color field painting. This group was led by Mark Rothko, but also included Barnett Newman and Clifford Still. Color field painters, usually profoundly interested in religion and myth, created large areas of color meant to be contemplative and meditational. For them, the paintings were highly personal and reflective. The painting was about their feelings or the reflectiveness of the painters onto the canvas. Mark Rothko is known most for this kind of color field painting. Rothko would use one color in large areas on the canvas, or what could seem like a single flat color. Mark Rothko also believed that his paintings were not just about color, but that his spirit lived and breathed within his art. He felt that when people viewed his art, they should be taken to another realm. The abstract expressionism movement continues to be very popular. We can see this in the record number of dollars that many of the paintings from artists like Jackson Pollock, Willem de Kooning, and Mark Rothko sell for today. Their paintings show what an important and famous art movement abstract expressionism continues to be. Abstract expressionism paintings are in high demand by art collectors and museums worldwide. Anita Louie's art is dedicated to art education, great artists, and inspiring others to find and create their art. We love art that uplifts and inspires. Art to make you smile. Art to make you happy. If you want to learn more, visit our website, www.anitaluisart.com.